UNESCO Remote Radio Week 2021. Live on connectonair.com and remoteradioweek.org.
Connect on Air.
Remote Radio Week proposes distinct programs in English, French, Spanish and Arabic, featuring UNESCO Remote Radio Week 2021. Get ready for a week devoted to helping radio stations broadcast remotely. Live on connectonair.com and remote-radio-week.org.
Hi, my name is Gaël Musquet and I'm an ethical hacker but also an ham radio amateur. During this remote radio week, I would like to talk about how radio was really useful for people in Martinique, for example, where Gustave Ferrier used radio. He used continuous wave in Martinique after the eruption of the Pillion Mount that killed more than 30,000 people in 1902. And Gustave Ferrier was the first man to use radio in this particular case of emergency and natural disaster. If I go in the future, in 1989, I was only 9, and my island, Guadeloupe, was hit by the Hurricane Hugo. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't realize that the eye of the hurricane is a really, really dangerous part of the hurricane, because we have the most violent wind. And the Radio Caraïbe International was a radio very important at this time, because the authorities, the local government, can tell to the people, go back at home, lock down, because the hurricane is not go away. It's really happened now, and you must go back home to lock down in order to avoid to be injured or killed by the hurricane. After that, I really focus and use my talent, my skills of hacker in order to help people to cope, to deal with natural disasters. And in a lot of exercise like Caribbean wave or Indian Ocean wave, this kind of exercise are organized by the UNESCO. We use radio in order to show people how they will be alert in case of tsunami. Tsunami are really rare natural disasters, but when tsunami happens, they kill a lot of people. So I'm focused since 10 years on the use of radio in this kind of natural disasters. And the next exercise will happen in March 2022, and we will use Raspberry Pi, for example, or this kind of single board computer, in order to show people how they can use a lot of very small and this kind of devices in order to simulate and to train themselves in order to transmit very important message in case of tsunami. So in the future, we will use texts, but also image in order to help people with hearing disabilities or visually impaired to realize how FM radio can be very useful to transmit voice, because it's a powerful media, but also text and image to help people to saving their life in case of this kind of big natural disasters.
UNESCO Remote Radio Week 2021. Get ready for a week devoted to helping radio stations broadcast remotely. Insights and suggestions on how to keep your radio business operating through any crisis. 100% online, 4 languages.
Connect on Air.
UNESCO Remote Radio Week 2021. live on connectonair.com and remoteradioweek.org.
Connect on Air.